It's just basically showing Australian animal agriculture footage, and we're just getting the consumer to make the connection between the animals that we consume and use for products and basically how they're raised and where they're from. Yeah. Would you consider yourself sort of against animal cruelty?
Oh, without a doubt, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just unfortunate that everybody eats so much meat. I eat meat, I love meat, but I grew up on a farm myself, so.
Yeah, wow, what sort of farm?
We just had, my father had a small farm, but we had it just not too many animals.
Yeah.
Anything we did have, we loved fucking pretty healthy life, and all this mass-produced stuff just breaks my heart.
Yeah. Was it sad sending them for slaughter?
We never really sent them for slaughter. We just had them and sold them off to our other farmer, and we kept them as pets as well.
Yeah, right.
So we weren't really a big farming.
Yeah,
right. More fruit and veg or potatoes. Right?
Do you think you need to consume animal products to be healthy, do you think? Or?
No, I don't think so.
No. Yeah.
I just like eating.
More like a taste kind of thing?
Yeah, I like going out for steak,
Why do you think it is then that we don't get shown that?
Because the producers want to see that we keep buying it, they want to make money.
Keep buying it.
The big businesses just want to make money, of course.
That's right.
Take it away from the consumer.
That's why this is good, because people need to see it.
And do you think, because you guys look like you might still be living at home and families are cooking and that kind of stuff, do you think that would make it tougher to decide not to?
Yeah, my parents would not.
Do you think they'd be open to watching a doco together and you could kind of learn together and educate each other and that kind of thing?
My family stopped eating chicken after we watched the chicken documentary.
Oh, there you go. So maybe we could.
It looked like that when they were all on the belt, and some were falling off and getting trampled on. It was awful.
Yeah, it's horrible, isn't it? And that's pretty standard as well. So.
But it's bad because then you just get reeled right back in and you start buying them.
Do you like animals?
Of course.
Yeah. And you're against animal cruelty, obviously. Then, yeah.
Yeah, it's fine.
Do you think that we can live without consuming animals?
No, it's the nature. Can't help, man. We can't change the world, but yes, we can try at least. We can eliminate,
Yeah.
But we can't change. I know we can't change this.
You don't think the world can change?
Nah, we're not possible.
Well, what about to get to where we are now? Do you think it had to change, or?
What can you change when you tell me? We can only stop myself.
Yeah,
I can do for myself.
but you plus a large group of people
Who guaranteed?
equals power,
Yeah, I
right?
know.
If I had an animal here and it was just standing here, you probably wouldn't jump on it and start eating it. You'd probably want to pat it or be around it. Like the fact that it's already killed and chopped up and packaged kind of makes it look a bit more like a product, doesn't it?
Yeah.
We don't tend to think so much about the animal.
Yeah, I think if people could change their attitude to just have maybe fish once a week and maybe, meat maybe twice a week.
Yeah.
I don't think that's the problem, but when people are just consuming meat all the time, all the time. And another thing that I don't like as well is buying meat from the stores as well. Whenever it's wrapped, everything's wrapped in plastic nowadays.
Yeah, I know what you
I don't know if
mean.
you've seen what's going on with the oceans there, but
So it's just spreading awareness, saying that what sentient beings had to go through everyday life.
Kind of, yeah. Just showing what happens in the industry because most people aren't shown it and they don't really know. And once they know, they usually don't want to contribute to it because most of us are really compassionate, empathetic people,
But of course there are those people that are aware that they do tend to turn a blind eye.
Some people do.
Thank you so much for spreading the truth.
No, thank you, man. I appreciate the positivity. That's really awesome.
I definitely want to try when I leave home. What do you think about? Do you promote being vegan?
Yeah, we're all vegans here. Yeah.
Should be stopped. But I don't think so.
What about the choices we make personally when we buy animal products? Do you think?
I never buy. Believe me, I never buy animal products. I never prefer. Never ever from a childhood even.
So you
I don't know why, but it's not because of that. The reason is that I still not. Never ever.
So you're vegan?
No, I'm vegetarian. Non-vegetarian plus non-veg also.
What would be the hardest thing, do you think, for you personally to transition over to a more plant-based diet, do you think?
I think for me, giving up meat would be really hard for me.
Yeah.
I think it would be really hard.
What do you think would be just where you would go to eat or friends or family or anything, or is it more just the taste?
The taste and the fact that I love cooking as well.
Do you think that there's other products and other things you could eat that would have a similar taste and texture or not really?
Well, are you talking about all meat, fish as well?
Obviously, you're aware of the mercury, the plastics in the ocean. So even from a health perspective, it's bad for us. You're also getting the cholesterol. So every animal has cholesterol. We have cholesterol, but we consume it when we eat the animal. So that's still going to contribute to your diabetes, heart disease, and all those things. Also, fish feel pain more succinctly than humans, so they actually have more pain receptors, and they actually have a certain amount of intelligence as well. If you think about it, when we pull fish out of the ocean, we're suffocating them to death, we're stabbing them, we're killing them.
You guys have like supplements meats that taste the same, right?
Yeah, we have all the fake meats that taste, plant-based meats that taste the same, look the same. Yeah, they even got chicken nuggets and stuff. Even if you go to the supermarket with your parents, you could say, hey, how about we try these ones, like, can I get this, and we'll try this, and then they'll try it and go, actually, that's not too bad. Like,
Does being vegetarian, is that a waste?
vegetarians normally have milk and eggs still.
Yeah.
So do you know much about either of those two?
I don't have milk because I'm lactose.
Because you're not a baby cow either, right? We're not baby cows, so we're not actually meant to drink the milk of a cow. That's what the milk's meant for. Okay, so do we know that the cows have to be pregnant to produce the cow's milk?
No.
Yeah.
So they make them pregnant just so they can? Oh my god. No, I'm going, no.
So you're having cheese and eggs still, or?
See the cheese?
Yeah.
You're right.
So can I ask you why you feel like you need to have baby breast milk, like cow's milk?
That's not the reason why we are want to have. No, it's not.
I'm just curious why you feel like, because if you're like vegetarian and you're only having cheese, milk, and maybe some eggs every now and then, you're almost at a point where you're plant-based, you know?
In this world, we have a different communities.
I
The reasons
understand.
are so many. If I say it's because of minerals and vitamins, okay, we have substitute for that. If I say no, because of it's our culture in our culture,
Yeah.
okay, that's different thing. We can stop. Nobody can. No culture says to eat the milk and eat meat, whatever. No culture specifies these things in a single book. Never ever.
So why are you personally having it then?
Because I'm used on it from the childhood.
Yeah.
I've seen my parents, my
Of
grandpa,
course.
my friends, circles,
course.
my everywhere. So I say, oh man, they are eating. Let me try once.
Yeah.
And then it makes a habit.
Or do you go fishing and that kind of thing? Is it something you enjoy
I
doing?
used to do a lot of fishing when I was young, actually.
Yeah.
But where I grew up now, back in Ireland, the rivers have just gone empty.
Yeah, right.
Because I think when Ireland joined the European Union, it allowed a lot of European countries like the Spanish and the French to come and fish our waters, which was really rich at the time.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, we just noticed in going out fishing, we could have went for 3 or 4 days and not catch anything. Where when we used to go as young, there would be me and my father, maybe my brothers, we would have caught one each every day if we had went to the river. Now we don't catch anything.
So they predict by 2048 the oceans will be fishless.
Yeah, 2038.
2050 roughly.
2000. Yeah, it's a scary thought.
Because the dredging that they're doing, the populations can't replenish quick enough.
And they're also
To meet the
tearing up the
demand.
bottom of the ocean. I reckon that. Not like, yeah.
So I would say that even though you might go catch one fish on your own and that might seem doing less harm, you times by however many millions of people go out fishing that day, that's a million fish or however many millions of fish, and we can't replenish the oceans quick enough to meet demand.
I never knew that.
So what do you think happens to the babies?
Oh no, don't, I'm gonna cry.
So when you buy cheese and when you buy dairy, you are paying for babies to be taken from their mum, to be killed, and to be forcibly impregnated, and babies taken repeatedly. And when they can no longer produce milk, they go for slaughter. They get killed. So even though you might feel like you're not supporting the meat industry, milk is where most of the cows for beef comes from. So if you support the dairy industry and you buy those products or you eat them, you are responsible in a way for them being there.
You think we're f***ed already now?
Okay.
To be honest. I think the planet's full, to be honest.
Yeah, right.
I mean, that's why they're spending a lot of money on research about Mars and stuff, what have you.
Yeah.
I think we've got, as David Attenborough says, I don't know if you know David Attenborough.
Yeah.
Once the planet reaches 9 billion, there's not enough to sustain the population.
We actually have enough food right now for 12 billion people. So we could actually cure world hunger right now if we didn't have 65 billion animals to feed and kill every year. So I would say that even though it does look very bleak, and I agree, like I'm out here trying to spread a positive message, but I'm not oblivious to the fact that we're in this position, but I just feel like people are compassionate and empathetic at heart. We're good people. I think you're a good person. I just think we've been misguided and we've been taught to discriminate against certain animals.
Oh, well, definitely.
And, you know, why do we pat dogs and cats and treat them with like utter respect, and then pigs, cows and chickens, oh yeah, kill them? Have you ever thought about that? Like, why we discriminate against some species of animal?
Yeah, well, I've thought about that, yes, surely. But
I mean, pig cows obviously do you think they want to live just as much as a dog wants to live?
of course they do, yeah.
Yeah. So what about eating dogs then? Do you think that's...
But I know some Asian countries do that, don't they?
And people from this country condemn them for doing that. But morally, what's the difference, you know?
Yeah.
You've obviously spent time around animals too, so you would know that they experience emotions and feelings and pain and this kind of thing.
Yeah. I mean, I love all animals.
It's like the message you're trying to get across with like the anonymous with the masks.
So it's basically that as a consumer you have power, and every choice you make is either a choice for like helping the environment, animals and your health, or contributing to suffering and the violence caused towards animals. That you have power as consumers.
So your dollar is your vote, basically.
Your dollar is your vote. Do you agree that when you buy it or when you consume it, you create a demand for it to happen? Or
It will affect, at least one people can at least, one make a sense to change, bit changes.
But do you feel like you are responsible for the cows? Being the dairy in this thing?
We all are responsible.
Yeah, so we have a responsibility.
We all have a responsibility.
We all do. But we can only change ourselves.
This is because their babies have a right to have that too.
Yeah.
Like I have a right for my mom's milk.
That's right.
No one else can have.
That's
The
right.
same situation.
That's
for the
exactly
human
right.
milk.
I agree with you.
So they have a right.
So why are we taking the milk?
Why we? I mean,
Yeah.
what to do?
Yeah. Do you think we can love animals and kill and eat them? Do you think that they're like? Do you think killing and eating fits into that, or?
I think like throughout time, you know, humans has been hunting for generations.
They have, yeah.
For millennia.
They have.
It's a natural thing. All animals do it. All animals hunt and kill. They need their feed.
Right.
They need their energies from meat. And, you know, I think just what's happening and we're smart animals basically, but what's happening is we've outnumbered. We're too. I honestly don't like the way that things has been started, but sure, look at the way the world is nowadays. It's overpopulated.
True.
Meat is easy to get anywhere.
Yeah, it's true.
People don't want to go out and hunt anymore because they don't have to.
Don't have to.
So, I think.
Do you think that maybe we started eating animals mainly for survival?
Well, we did, yeah.
Do you think that that's why we eat them now?
No, we just got greedy, didn't we?
Well, like you could go to a supermarket right now and buy any product, plant-based product or anything that you could consume and get health from. But back then, you did it because you didn't have nuts and seeds and plants and vegetables and the stuff so readily available. And do you think they were consuming as much meat because you had to hunt and kill it and share it with everyone as well? So probably I think what they've determined is that we actually probably had a lot less meat in our diet as well. But also, did they live very long back then?
Well, they only lived to really 35, 40 years of age, didn't they?
Yeah. So like if we try and look at what our ancestors did, they did a lot of horrible things, but we know we don't agree with slavery now, we don't agree with rape and killing children, all this kind of stuff, sacrifice. Yeah. So I guess like now we're in a different position where we can make a choice. Yeah. And the choice we can make is to support industries that do this, or kill animals, or to not really. What can you do is not buy those products and not eat them. Because you are not a baby cow.
For personally, I will not do, but what about the industries? When we are working,
many
we can't
together.
Say no.
Dairy industry.
Fired, man, this guy is so much talking. Come.
Dairy industry is already on its way down. It's already happening, you know.
It's good. If it be,
all right.
It's fine, man.
No, it's cool. I just want to have a chat.
I wish.
Look,
I wish all the
this is what we're all about. Do you want to take one with you or not?
Regarding what?
Documentaries, some information.
I love those things.
Yeah. So I would just say...
I can even help on those issues.
You can help by not contributing.
No, yeah.
So what company are you, like where do you guys come from?
It's an organisation called Anonymous for the Voiceless, and it's been started by a group in Melbourne. They basically started it themselves and it's just grown all over the world, like 600 chapters now all over the world. This is a response to the issues that we've been discussing, because we know that the media is not going to promote this. We know that the industries aren't going to tell people the truth. So the only way we can actually change is by talking to the consumer that's actually creating the demand.
Yeah. Well, look, all the best to you.
No,
do
thank
a good
you.
job.
Thanks. You've obviously got all the information there anyway.
Yeah.
I would say to you as well, look into, if you really like the texture and taste of meat, look into some of the fake meats you can buy, like there's field roasts, there's tofurkey sausages. Also, you can make a plant-based roast, and you can buy a roast as well that you can cook. And we eat that all the time.
Thanks for talking to us. We're on a school trip right now. We're going to meet
Take
our
cards.
teachers. Thank you.
Take a card each. Go home. You guys can educate your parents.
Thanks.
All right. You guys want a card too?
Thank you.
Take care, guys. So you have power as a consumer to decide, no, I will not support that industry.
Okay.
And I will decide instead to eat plant milk, plant cheese, and personally you will be healthier.
Yeah, you're right.
Okay. Thank
Thanks,
you for your
man. Nice
chat.
to see you, man.
Yeah, thank you very
keep
much.
on, man. Keep on.
Thank you.
It doesn't like to give up, man.
Yeah.
You should keep on.
Thank you.
Yeah, believe me,
Appreciate
you
the
should
support.
keep on.
Thank you.
Thanks, buddy.
Good on you. Thank you. Thanks for your time.